Online Video Games here, about to unbox Star Wars Old Republic, and if you missed my earlier videos about Star Wars Old Republic, check them out. I was basically explaining how GameStop has no credibility. The employee that works at GameStop informed me that if you pre-ordered the Old Republic, it also said online that you would receive a lightsaber skin or lightsaber skins and early access to the game. However, I checked the receipt and that was completely false advertising, so they won't let me get a refund on my reserve for paying $25 in order to reserve the game and pre-order the game, and they have no credibility because that's completely false advertising. It's like saying, pretend somebody at a video game store and they said, if you pre-order Halo 4, we'll give you, let's just say, a Super Nintendo, and then you give them $5 to pre-order Halo 4 and they don't give you a Super Nintendo now, they don't give you a Super Nintendo later. Completely false advertising. So that would be an example of false advertising. So then you want a refund on your money though, because they're not living up to what they said they would give you in the store and online, and then they won't give you a refund. So GameStop has no pre-order credibility. I'm never pre-ordering from GameStop ever again. They may make commissions off pre-orders, but they're never receiving money from me again for a pre-order. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they say that they'll give me a GameStop exclusive weapon in Halo 4 that could shoot out nukes and one-shot the enemy team on the map without even aiming. I still want to pre-order anything from GameStop. I'm going to pre-order, I guess, in the future from Amazon or Best Buy, because GameStop has no credibility and it's completely false advertising when they advertise something. They advertise something that you get if you, I guess you could say, pay for something or pre-order something, and that you don't get after you pay for it or pre-order something. I mean, if they advertise, let's say, you spend $10, just to say, companies advertise if you pre-order Halo 5 and you get a free copy of Halo 4, and they never gave me it after I pre-ordered, or even several months after I pre-ordered it, or ever. I mean, and they wouldn't refund my money. That's completely false advertising, and they would have no credibility. So GameStop has no credibility, and I got this for 155 instead of 160 because I had enough points after spending. You would need to spend nearly 500 on new games, even with a $15 GameStop card that costs $15 to purchase. Like, it allows you to get double the points on purchases, or about 250 on used games, in order to get enough points to redeem a $5 off coupon. So I also talked about how this is a Sir Collector's Edition that I purchased that cost me over $150. The first one was a Halo 3. I think that cost $150. That was half a decade ago. I'm not 100% sure. And it came with a head or helmet of the Master Chief, a replica, and it looked like that it could have been purchased at Walmart for $5, but it is a cool item to display if it doesn't sit in a box. And I also got the Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition. It came with a replica of the Mortal Kombat tournament stick / Mortal Kombat arcade stick from that you may have seen in arcades in 1991, and that enhanced the gameplay experience. This one, on the other hand, comes with digital in-game items that if you pre-order the digital deluxe edition you can't get, such as a in-game store and a droid, and this will probably give me a huge advantage in game, which is the main reason I purchased a collector's edition. It also comes as a statue of, I guess, one of the villains of Star Wars, and a security authentic key, a metal case, a CD, and a cardboard case. Now, these games are expensive. To play an MMO, I've easily spent over 1,000 on Lotro, and you may be saying, what is Lotro? Lotro stands for Lord of the Rings Online, and how the show did you spend so much? I've been playing Lotro for nearly half a decade, and I still play it, and the reason why it costs so much is, let me explain. First off, I have 2 accounts, so every normal price for a video game just double it because I have 2 accounts. The reason I have 2 accounts is because at the time the game was released, and after I filled up all the character slots on one server to have every free class, which stands for the Free People of Middle-earth. But essentially I wanted to have every single class have a max level on one server, and in order to do that, you would need to purchase 2 accounts to have to be able to get the character slots to be able to play every single class on one server. And once my characters were initially at the max level, at that time, I would have needed to purchase another account in order to be able to play the other classes that I was unable to make on the server because my character slots were full. So that's why I have two accounts, and other people I've spoken to in the past who played Lotro, some of them also have 2 accounts, and they've purchased 2 accounts for the same exact reason, because they want enough character slots to be able to play every single class on one server. But now you wouldn't need to have 2 accounts to be able to play every single class on one server, because you could purchase extra character slots, and I think there's enough if you purchase the expansion packs or the special editions or collector's editions of expansion packs to be able to play every single class on one server without having to purchase 2 accounts. So let's real quickly do the math. The lifetime accounts were $200 to $300 to purchase. Mine cost me $200, so that's already $400. And the game, just to purchase a game, was at least $50. So let's double that. 50 plus 50, that's 100, and the expansion packs were at least 50 each. So we'll just round everything down. And you can see how expensive it is, even if you purchase the lowest price even if you purchase the lowest price edition expansion pack. So 150 for the 3 expansion packs times 2, that's 300, plus 100 to purchase a game for 2 accounts, and you have 2 lifetimes, that's 800. And let's say I didn't have those lifetimes, it may cost you $10 to play the game a month, or 15. 15 a month would be 180, and then 10 a month would be 120. And just do the math real quick. 180 times 5. That's I think off the bat that's 900. So just to be able to purchase time to play the game without even owning the game for half a decade, that's already 900. And then purchasing the game, that would be 1,000, and then that doesn't include expansion packs. Well, actually, that would be, I guess, 950, because now we're doing 1 account, and then that doesn't include the expansion packs. So let's just say 200 for the game and the expansion packs, and then 900. So 1,100 just to be able to play the game for half a decade, and then when you stop paying for the game, you stop playing, unless the MMO's free to play or you have a lifetime account. Anyways, let's unbox this, and let's look at the size real quick. So as a bat, you can see it looks like Commander Cody. All the clone troopers looks the same, so they're called clone troopers. You can see some of the items that are listed, what comes in the collector's edition, and I've spoken about these items in my previous videos, and it's difficult for me to read this text because it's so small. Let's see if I can read it from back here. Let's see here. The definitive Star Wars Old Republic experience. Alright, so let's look at the top real quick. It says Star Wars Old Republic. Let me flip this around. And here's a picture of one of the main villains. Let's turn this around. Let's look at the other side. And these characters can be seen on the trailer for the Old Republic. And I think this trailer looks amazing. And it's a great trailer to watch if you haven't seen it yet. And here's one of the bounty hunters. Star Wars Old Republic Collector's Edition. Hopefully you guys can see the front. Actually, now you guys can. And this other side is just completely blank. Alright, so let's remove the plastic and start unboxing this. Alright, and I may display the statue. I'd prefer if it's not in storage. you have something, I mean, you might as well use it. Why else would you buy it? So you can use your fingernails to remove the plastic. Or you could use a scissor or anything that can remove the plastic. Just the goal is to get it removed. And my hand is a bit sticky. I love this the artwork on this box. It's extremely well done. So I managed to remove the first piece of plastic, the first, I guess you could say, sticker, while keeping the box in nearly pristine condition. And this is the second Old Republic Collector's Edition box that I received. The first one I exchanged it in for this one because the plastic was ripped, and it was dented in one of the corners, and I asked them if they could check in the back, and then one of the employees exchanged this one in, which is in better condition, for the other one. I'm glad that happened, because I want my stuff to be in as good condition as possible, especially if you spend $160. Alright. Oh well, still won't open. Alright, there's stickers on the very bottom. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm almost done. And you guys can see what's inside. Alright, stay tuned for my next video when we start unboxing this game further.